how to monetize a skill you don't have yet. Stop waiting to be an expert. The system I'm about to show you lets you get paid to learn. Most people operate on a flawed model. They believe the sequence is learn, master, then monetize. This linear path is slow, inefficient, and often leads to total paralysis. You spend months, even years, in a learning loop, telling yourself you're not ready. You feel like a fraud for even thinking about charging someone. That ends now. We're going to replace that broken model with an operational framework that merges learning and earning into a single, efficient process. This isn't about deception. It's about strategic positioning. You don't sell expertise you don't have. You sell the delivery of a result. And there are two primary systems for executing this. Pay close attention because this is the unlock you've been looking for.
The service arbitrage framework. The first system is service arbitrage. This is the fastest path from zero to revenue. The core principle is simple. You don't sell your time or your direct skill. You sell a guaranteed outcome and you subcontract the execution. You become the general contractor, not the carpenter. Think about it. A client has a problem. They need a new website, a logo, or a marketing campaign. They don't care if you personally write the code or design the graphics. They care about the final product. They are buying a solution, not your labor. This is where you operate. Your job is to architect the solution. You are the system. Here's the tactical breakdown. First, you identify a high-value problem. Let's use website design for a local business. The business owner doesn't know how to build a site. They just know they need one to get more customers. Second, you package the solution. You create a clear offer, a 5-page professional website, mobile optimized, with a contact form for a flat fee of $2,000. You are selling a productized service. It has a clear deliverable and a fixed price. Third, you source the talent. You go to platforms like Upwork or Fiverr Pro and find a highly rated, reliable web developer who can build that exact site for, say, $800. You vet them, you check their portfolio, you build a relationship. They are your technical operator. Your role is the critical interface. You manage the client relationship, translate their needs into technical requirements for your developer, and ensure quality control. You absorb the complexity. The client gets a seamless experience and a finished product. You deliver the outcome, and you capture the difference in value. Your profit, $1,200 in this case, is your fee for project management, risk reduction, and client acquisition. You are not an imposter. You are a systems architect. You are connecting a problem to a solution. The value you provide is trust, communication, and reliability. This is a fundamentally legitimate and scalable business model. You can run multiple projects simultaneously without being the bottleneck because you are not doing the manual work. You are managing the system. That's the power of arbitrage.
The beta tester protocol is for when you want to be the connector. The service arbitrage framework is for when you want to become the operator. This is how you close the gap between zero skill and professional proficiency and get paid while doing it. This protocol operates on one core principle: radical transparency. You eliminate imposter syndrome because you never claim to be an expert. Instead, you reframe the entire transaction. You are offering a beta version of your service. Here's the pitch. You don't say, "I'm new, please hire me." You say, "I am currently developing my proficiency in a new skill." For example, search engine optimization for local businesses. I am looking for 3 beta clients. I will deliver the full service for 30% of the market rate. In exchange, I require a detailed feedback report and a testimonial upon successful completion. This is not a student asking for a favor. This is a professional offering a strategic partnership. The client gets a massive discount on a valuable service, mitigating their risk. You get 3 critical assets: real-world project experience, a feedback loop to rapidly accelerate your learning, and a testimonial to build your credibility. The small amount of money you make is the least valuable part of the exchange. The market data you collect is the real payment. Let's operationalize this. You want to become a video editor. You spend 1 week learning the absolute fundamentals of the software. Then you find 5 small YouTube channels and send them your beta tester offer. You edit 1 video for each of them. It will be hard. You will have to solve problems you didn't learn in a tutorial. But at the end of 2 weeks, you will have 5 completed projects in your portfolio. You will have direct feedback from 5 real clients. With that data and social proof, you drop the beta label. Your next client pays 60% of the market rate. The one after that pays 90%. Within a month, you are a professional video editor, built and validated by the market itself. You didn't wait for permission. You created a system where getting paid was a required component of your learning process.
Topic 3. Minimum viable proficiency. Both the arbitrage framework and the beta tester protocol are useless without understanding this final concept: minimum viable proficiency, MVP. This is a term we're borrowing from the tech industry, and it is the key to bypassing the paralysis of perfectionism. A minimum viable product isn't the final polished version of a software. It's the earliest version that has just enough features to be usable by early customers who can then provide feedback for future development. We are applying that same logic to your skill set. Your minimum viable proficiency is the level of skill required to deliver a specific, valuable result to a client. Not the best result possible, not a world-class result, a specific, valuable result. You have been conditioned to believe you need to be 10 steps ahead of everyone else to have value. This is a fatal error in calculation. For the client who is at step 0, you only need to be at step 1 to be a valuable guide. They don't need a master, they need someone who has solved the exact problem they are currently facing. Let's make this concrete. Say you want to offer video editing services. The perfectionist mindset says you need to master color grading, audio engineering, motion graphics, and complex narrative structures. You spend a year learning and earn $0. The MVP operator thinks differently. They define the smallest valuable unit of work. For example, editing a 60-second social media video. What is the MVP for that? You need to know how to make clean cuts, add background music, and overlay simple text. That's it. You don't need to be a Hollywood editor. You just need to be proficient enough to execute those 3 tasks reliably. That is your entry point. That is the service you can start offering to beta testers. You are not selling expert video editing. You are selling cleanly edited social media clips. You are transparently delivering exactly what you promised at a price that reflects your current proficiency. MVP is not an excuse to deliver bad work. It is a strategic framework for defining a realistic starting line. Your goal is to be proficient enough to solve a problem, not to be the most qualified person on the planet. Master the basics that deliver 80% of the value. Find clients who need that 80%, and then get paid to master the remaining 20%.
The old model of waiting for permission or perfection is obsolete. Monetization isn't a reward for mastery, it's a catalyst for it. The service arbitrage framework and the beta tester protocol are not hacks. They are logical systems designed to bypass the psychological roadblocks that keep you on the sidelines. You have the blueprint. The variable now is your willingness to execute. If you're ready to operate with this level of clarity, subscribe to Capital Sanctum and activate notifications.